Hey YouTube, SHUKI with TaToBa here with a review of the SIC Volume 64 Kamen Rider OOO TaToBa Combo. So this is my first SIC review. I've been collecting them for the past couple months now. I got a very small collection going. But this is the first one I decided to review, start of a new line. Figured why not. So very cool figure. Up here you got OOO TaToBa Combo, and then going down the box you have a red, yellow, green gradient with the metal logo in the background, Super Magic Trojan 64, O's, all that fun stuff. So on the back here, it'll show off some of the things that we're going to take a look at, medals on the side, particularly this Rageness right here. Very cool all-around epicness. We're going to go ahead and take a look at. So just because this is kind of wobbly, I'm going to go ahead and take that out of the frame. And we'll go ahead and take a look at O's. So, for those of you not familiar with the SIC line, it is a line of originally Chogokin figures that stylized the characters that they were representing to make them kind of look more like, I guess, real life, they want to say. But basically making them look like monsters and stuff like that. So they're just kind of beast-like versions of the Kamen Riders. So here is O's, and I have to say that this is my favorite one released so far. It really takes O's core design and kind of takes a spin on the whole chimera thing and really makes it look like a mixture of animals. And I really dig that about the line itself. So up here you have the Taka head, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. You have the compound eyes in there. It's very, I guess, not skin-like, but it kind of looks like a shell, sort of. Which, I mean, doesn't fit a bird, but it kind of helps the whole beast thing. And down here you have the logo, which is kind of hard to see. All the details are there, but they end up kind of looking like little gummy things, just based upon how they are. So you have to keep that in mind, that the chest logos aren't as good as they could be. But you have clear transparent yellow running through here. You got some bird feathers right here to emulate Taka's birdness, which is really cool. There's nothing in particular here that resonates tiger, but it does look pretty cool regardless. And then down here you've got the clear green running through for the Batta Legs, where you have some spikes going on down here. And just general awesomeness. The O scanner is huge. Very huge. And the O's driver actually can tilt even more. That's as far as it tilts, but that was kind of going extreme, I think. But we'll leave it like that for now. And then you have the medal holder right here that does open and store medals if you wish to put some in there. This does come with 6 medals. You have the 3 core medals right here, and then you have 3 cell medals in the Medajalibur. We'll go ahead and take a look at those when we get to the accessories. But to change the ones that are in the driver, you simply open up the driver, which just involves splitting the top part off. Probably helps if I just take it off the belt altogether. And then the Batta medal just fell, but you have the tiny little bottom medal that I now have to make sure actually is on the Batta side, which I believe it is. So you have the Taka, Tora, and Batta medals right in there. So that's how you change out the medals on the figures. So you might be thinking, well, if you can change the medals, can you actually do what I'm thinking? Yeah, you can. The SIC figures are actually really good about doing that. The double figures could all change and mix and match with each other. The O's figures are no exception. So we have TaToBa here. We're getting GataToraDor as an exclusive in March. TakaJaBa is getting a retail release in January, maybe? Sometime fairly soonish. So TakaJaBa is actually the next one that we're going to see. And then GataToraDor. Puto Tier is probably going to get a retail release, but I suspect that La Torta, Sagozo, and Shouta are probably going to get lumped into the exclusives category. But, so you can buy those and then mix and match them to make, like, GataToraDor or Torata or whatever. So you can mix and match and do whatever you want and put the appropriate medals in there. So, very, very cool. This is a separate piece, so you can put whatever driver on whatever figure. These pieces right here pop right off. So you have like the Tora piece right here and put on whoever. So you can dismantle the figure. I'm not going to for the purpose of this review just because it's pointless. But you can go ahead and pop off the neck, and then this piece up here will pop off of the body. So you have the body as a piece, this neck area as a piece, and then the midriff, chest, leg area is all one piece. So these all basically pop on and off of each other to make new combos, which is really cool. It's not as functioning as the O's combo change line, but this is a huge stylized 7-inch scale line. So you definitely want to go ahead and take a look at that if something like that interests you. So in terms of accessories, we got some pretty awesome things going on here. As mentioned before, we do have the Medajalibur right here. It's actually pretty good scale, kind of big, which I like. Yeah. The piece of the Medajalibur pops off right there. That was fun. Got to see medals flying, and I think I lost one. That's cool. But nope, it's right there. You got the little tiny cell medals of Taka, Tora, and Batta, which isn't exactly accurate to what the Medajalibur toy came with, but each combo is coming with its own cell medals of those respective forms. So, like, GataToraDor is coming with a Batta, Kuwagata, and Kamakiri medals for both core and cell. So you can pop those in there. You got the Medajalibur, it's all yay and stuff. So you can put in whatever cell medals you want to when you collect more figures. For hands, you have Reiji Molester hands. Kind of displayed open, relaxed martial arts hands. Medajalibur and or metal scanner holding hands. And then a hand that can hold a medal. You just pop it right in there. They're so small, I wouldn't recommend posing them like that. You'll lose them instantly. And as we've seen on the box, SIC is all about looking gruff and awesome. So, to make this guy even more monsterish than he already is, you have these huge Tora Claws. Each one is totally individual ball joint, and it's absolutely amazing. Just the way these look. I mean, you got the Paw Pads right here and everything. Just looks absolutely sweet. And we'll go ahead and put those on him. As well as these monster Batta Legs that look gross. But they look really cool once they're on the figure. So these are made to emulate his final rider kick, where he scans the TakaJaBa medals and he does his rider kicks like, and his leg mutate into grasshopper legs, and it's really weird. But that's what these are for. So we do have these. These are all neato, and so we have giant tiger Tora Claws and epic grasshopper legs. So obviously you don't have to use both sets of these things. You can just use the grasshopper legs. You can just use the Tora Claws. But let's do both because we're creepy. So it's actually really easy. You just pop off the arm. It's actually fairly easy to do. I had to shave down a little bit of one of my pegs because it just wouldn't go back in once I finally got it out. They hold in fairly well. This one's got a little bit of a weak joint, particularly when you put the giant heavy tiger claw on it. But things like that can happen too. But it's not that big of a deal. You can probably tighten the joint. I just never really bothered to. The only problem I have with the positioning of this figure is this leg down here is molded weird. I don't know if it's just mine or whether it's on all of them, but like this leg is fairly straight in the foot, but this one's kneecap is molded to where there's a bunch of plastic on this side right here, and you can't actually position it so it's straight. That's about as best you can get. It's not that big of a deal, like I said multiple times with the flaws on this, but it's a little bit annoying at times. So like I said, you just pop these right off. These do fold forward, and they're all on individual joints. So you can give them some crazy Tora Claws, but those are the normal ones. And switching of the hands is just like a figure art. You just pop it right off and just pop another one on, just like that. So Very, very, very easy to do, should you decide to do something like that. So, and then you put the Tora Claw just like you would a normal arm. It just replaces it. Just pop it right in the socket right there. And then push it forward as far as you can get until you think it's in there. And voila. So obviously the way this is indented right here, obviously it's made to be like this and go forward like a normal elbow is. But obviously for some poses you may want to try to maneuver it around a little bit. It does have some maneuverability, so it's not really that big of a deal. Between that right there and that, it does give you plenty of space to work with, though the joint is heavily exposed. As you can see by the lack of a nail, these are on all individual ball joints, like I said earlier, so they do have tendencies of popping out. Just pop them right back in, it's not a big deal. So switch out for the next Tiger Claws. Now, I'm not sure, if you notice, this one goes in a lot further than this one. I'm not really sure what the deal is with this arm, but I've been having some issues with it. I'll need to go in there and take a look. There's something stopping it from going all the way in. But, I'm not sure if the Tora Ta figure is coming with the claws or not. The GataToraDor was just put up on the web shop a couple days ago. I didn't really stop to look and see if they came with the grasshopper legs. So you might want to check those out. Those might come exclusive with TaToBa to give you a reason to pick up TaToBa outside of the normal hawk head. But very cool. I love the claws. Very, very cool. Switching the legs is just as easy. The joints are a little bit tighter down here, so you have to keep that in mind. Just kind of wiggle it out. It's not actually that difficult. And then wiggle this one in. Putting the joints in is a lot easier than taking them out. Just like that. And wiggle this one out. Put this one in. Now because these are grasshopper legs, they're actually kind of difficult to pose. Just because you have that weird S-curve of the legs. So you can bend them all the way back. That's as far as they go back, and this is about as far as they go straight. So you can do either of these. Let's see how far we can go with them being almost completely straight. Again, for some weird reason, one leg is straighter than the other leg. So that doesn't really work. So you pretty much need to bend them around like this. Just kind of work with the figure until you get him in the desired position. They are on a set of like double joints, so it really isn't that hard to get him in a pretty decent pose with these things. So there is the tiger claws and the grasshopper legs, all on one figure, and he actually fits in the camera frame. Yay! So very, very cool. This figure is absolutely stunning. If you don't like the SIC mechanic, then you're probably not going to like the figure too much. It's not accurate to O's at all. It's monstrous, and it resembles more of a greed than it does actually O's. However, if you can really dig the stylized look of this thing, the artistic representation, then by all means pick up this figure. It's a nice scale. I don't have a problem with any of the joints except that one elbow right there. The effect parts here at the grasshopper legs and the tiger claws looks absolutely great. The Medajalibur is nice, large. The see-through plastic is nice. Plus it has the little cell medals. So that's cool as well. My favorite thing about the figure is easily the transparent plastic running through those pieces. Looks absolutely great in person. I just can't get over how absolutely stunning this figure is. If this figure's on your radar and you haven't picked it up yet, I would definitely give it a shot. If TaToBa is not your thing, but you really do dig this style, we do have TakaJaBa coming up as a retail. GataToraDor is an exclusive. All the other O's combos were just shown at Tamashii Nations, and they all share a lot of qualities with their greed, which I think is a really cool aspect of the SIC line. So go ahead and check those out. If you only want to pick up one, pick up your favorite. If you're in for the long haul, definitely pick up TaToBa. I think it's a great start to the line, and it has a lot of great features to it that I think are incredible. Plus, the the combo change gimmick with these is actually very easy to do and very workable, so I have to give them props for that. So you can check out SHUKIwithS.com for all the latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out RidersArenas.com, the podcast, bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And of course, you can buy this guy and more SICs at cstoysjapan.com. So take care and have a great one. Bye. Rosebud.